Are you dreaming of landing a data analyst job in Singapore this year? Picture this. You're sitting in a sleek office in Marina Bay, pulling in a competitive salary while working with cutting-edge technology for a global company. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the reality check. Thousands of job seekers are competing for the same positions, and most of them are making critical mistakes in their applications. What if I told you there's a smarter way to stand out and actually get hired? What if you could understand exactly what employers want and position yourself as the perfect candidate? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the exact salary ranges you can expect, the skills that actually matter in 2025, and the easiest ways to apply without wasting weeks on applications that go nowhere. Before we dive deep into the numbers and strategies, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more career tips that could change your professional life. Trust me, you'll want to save this video for later reference. Let's talk about what everyone wants to know first: the money. Data analyst salaries in Singapore have been climbing steadily, and 2025 is looking even better for professionals in this field. If you're just starting out as a junior data analyst with less than 2 years of experience, you're looking at a salary range between 4,000 to 5,500 Singapore dollars per month. That's roughly 50,000 to 66,000 annually, which is quite decent considering the cost of living and the opportunities for growth. Now, if you've got 3 to 5 years under your belt and you've proven yourself with real projects and measurable results, you're entering mid-level territory. Mid-level data analysts in Singapore typically earn between $6,000 to $8,500 monthly. We're talking about 72,000 to over 100,000 annually. But here's where it gets really interesting. Senior data analysts with more than 5 years of experience and specialized skills in areas like machine learning integration or business intelligence can command anywhere from $9,000 to $12,000 per month, sometimes even more depending on the industry and company size. The financial sector pays particularly well, followed by technology companies and e-commerce giants. Companies like Grab, Shopee, C Group, and the major banks are constantly hunting for talented data analysts. But here's something most people don't realize. Even smaller companies and startups are willing to pay competitive salaries because they understand that good data-driven decisions can make or break their business. So what skills do you actually need to land these positions? Let's cut through the noise and focus on what employers in Singapore are genuinely looking for in 2025. First and foremost, you need to be comfortable with SQL. I'm not talking about just knowing the basics. You need to be able to write complex queries, understand database structures, and extract meaningful insights from massive datasets. Almost every single data analyst job posting in Singapore mentions SQL as a requirement, not a nice-to-have. Excel might sound basic, but advanced Excel skills are still incredibly valuable. We are talking about pivot tables, VLOOKUP, complex formulas, and the ability to create dynamic dashboards. Many businesses in Singapore still rely heavily on Excel for quick analyses and reporting, so don't underestimate this tool. Pair this with knowledge of Google Sheets and you're covering even more ground. Python has become the go-to programming language for data analysts, especially in Singapore's tech-forward environment. You don't need to be a software engineer, but you should be comfortable with libraries like Pandas for data manipulation, NumPy for numerical operations, and Matplotlib or Seaborn for visualization. Being able to automate repetitive tasks and perform statistical analyses using Python will instantly make you more attractive to employers. Data visualization is another crucial skill that separates good analysts from great ones. Tools like Tableau and Power BI are in high demand across Singapore companies. Employers want someone who can not only analyze data but also present findings in a way that non-technical stakeholders can understand and act upon. If you can tell compelling stories with data through beautiful and insightful visualizations, you're already ahead of most candidates. Statistical knowledge is fundamental. You need to understand concepts like hypothesis testing, regression analysis, correlation, and probability. Many data analyst interviews in Singapore include questions about statistical methods, so brushing up on these concepts is essential. You don't need a PhD in statistics, but you should be able to apply statistical thinking to real business problems. Beyond the technical skills, soft skills matter tremendously in Singapore's collaborative work environment. Communication skills are critical because you'll need to explain complex findings to managers who might not have technical backgrounds. Problem-solving abilities, attention to detail, and business acumen will set you apart from candidates who only have technical knowledge. Employers want analysts who can understand business context and provide actionable recommendations, not just generate reports. Now let's get to the part that frustrates most job seekers: the application process. Here's your easy apply guide that actually works in Singapore's competitive market. Start with the major job portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, and JobStreet SG. But here's the trick: don't just blindly apply to hundreds of positions. Tailor your resume for each application, highlighting relevant projects and skills that match the job description. Use keywords from the posting because many companies use applicant tracking systems that filter resumes before humans even see them. LinkedIn is particularly powerful in Singapore's job market. Make sure your profile is complete with a professional photo, detailed work experience, and endorsements for key skills. Join data analytics groups and engage with content in your field. Recruiters in Singapore are extremely active on LinkedIn, and a strong profile can lead to direct messages about opportunities you wouldn't find anywhere else. Company career pages are often overlooked but can be goldmines. Major employers like DBS, OCBC, Grab, and government agencies regularly post openings directly on their websites. These applications sometimes face less competition than those on major job boards. Set up job alerts on these sites so you're notified immediately when new positions open. Consider working with recruitment agencies that specialize in data and technology roles. Agencies like Hayes, Robert Walters, and Michael Page have dedicated teams for analytics positions and often have access to unadvertised roles. They can also provide valuable feedback on your resume and interview performance. Don't underestimate the power of networking in Singapore's close-knit professional community. Attend meetups, data analytics conferences, and industry events. The Singapore Data Science Consortium and various tech meetup groups regularly organize events where you can connect with hiring managers and fellow professionals. Sometimes a conversation at a networking event leads to opportunities that never get publicly posted. For fresh graduates or career switchers, consider applying for graduate programs or analyst training positions at larger corporations. Companies like the Singapore government agencies, banks, and consulting firms often have structured programs that provide training while you work. These can be excellent entry points into the field. Here's a final insider tip: apply early in the hiring cycle. Many companies in Singapore do their major hiring in January and February as they kick off new fiscal years, and again around July. Your application has a much better chance when you're competing with fewer candidates and when hiring managers have fresh budgets. If you found this guide helpful and you're serious about landing a data analyst job in Singapore, hit that like button and drop a comment below telling me which skill you're going to focus on first. Share this video with anyone who's job hunting in the data field because we all need to support each other in this journey. And remember, subscribe to this channel for more career advice, salary insights, and application strategies that actually work. Your dream data analyst job in Singapore is waiting. Now you know exactly how to go get it. Good luck.